It does not have the seeing and things like that. Who said it? Who said it? Mu'tazila. While we, the Ahl Sunnah, we say that as Allah mentioned, so you cannot deny whatsoever Allah said for Himself. So as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا, that Allah spoke to Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. So Allah has the kalam. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِنْ أَحَدٌ مِّنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ اسْتَجَارَكَ فَأَجِرْهُ حَتَّى يَسْمَعَ كَلَامَ اللَّهِ. If in the battlefield or anywhere a mushrik asks for political asylum in a Muslim state, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, give him the political asylum, but put it in such a way or such a place where he can hear the kalam of Allah, means the Quran. So it means that give him a room in madrasa, yes, where the dars is going on. Got it? You cannot impose or force Islam on him, but let him, accidentally, to hear. Maybe he will get impressed by Quran and he will accept it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called the Quran Kalamullah, the speech of Allah, the word of Allah. And as we mentioned, when something is the attribute of Allah, so it cannot be ephemeral, it will be eternal. So this kalam is also eternal. That's the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so eternal like His entity. So now not only that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Quran that this is kalamullah, the word of Allah, the speech of Allah. Nobody can say that Allah is dead. He is alive. He is eternal alive. And in living entities, in creature, in living entity, who is the highest quality? The human. Got it? So now, what are the qualities of human? That he is hearing, he is seeing, and he is speaking. Got it? Now if somebody from human, he cannot hear, so that's a quality or that's a defect? Say, that's a defect. If he cannot see, that's quality or that's a defect? Defect. If he cannot speak, that's a defect. So it means a living one, yes, he could not be stopped from speaking, but only if he has some sickness. If he has some sickness. So sickness is actually a calamity befalling someone. A calamity befalls someone. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a living entity. So can we negate speech from him? If we negate free speech from him, so it means something happened to him, that he lost his speech, which is impossible. Number one. And number two, Allah is alim or he is not? He is all-knowing. And everyone who knows, he wants to deliver it. He wants to deliver it. So in whatever field he is, so the first stage or the very much important stage for delivery is the speech. What? So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is alim, he is delivering his ilm or he is not delivering. So if he delivers, so how he delivers then? If he cannot speak or he does not speak. Got it?
Right.
So now, the fuqaha, the mutakallimin. They say there's certain attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are saluhi. These are saluhi. He has it. Yes, its tanjeez takes place later on. Like he has the quality and the attribute to create. That's in his entity. That is in his entity. But he created later on. He creates are created later on. Big Bang took place later on. Let's say 13.7 billion years ago. Up till now, from the very beginning they say 6,000 years. But they say we don't know how big the year is. Yes, then they were going up. So to 6 billion, now they say 13.7. Got it? That Big Bang took place when? So they will go ahead. Yes, maybe 6 trillion years before. Got it? Or not it? So anyhow, now the creation, it happened later on. It doesn't mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got the khaliqiyat or the creation quality at that time. Like you have the writing quality. Yes, but you are writing now, but you had it yesterday also. You had this quality day before yesterday also. For the last 20 years, you have this quality to write. But now you are writing. Got it? Mawli Joseph, you got it?
Yes.
So, we said that actually, as I told you in Tafsir, look at me, that an architect, yes, he makes the actual sketch where first?
On the paper.
Not on the paper, in his brain. And then from his brain is come on the paper. And later on he goes ahead. So whatsoever in his brain, same is the case of kalam and words. When you want to speak, so where the kalam takes place first? In the brain. Where? In the brain. But that is not in sequence. That is not in sequence. There you have the concepts. There you have what? The concepts. And then through your tongue, you put it in sequence and then you express it. Got it? That your medulla oblongata is working good or it doesn't work good. Yes? So sometimes someone medulla oblongata is not doing good, so his kalam and wording is disturbed. You know what I'm saying? Got it? And there's God-given thing. You cannot work on that. Yes? Nor anyone can fix your medulla oblongata. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has fixed your medulla oblongata in the proper way, so that is such a ni'mah that you should worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every time to pay thanks to Him that you have given me a best medulla oblongata that I can speak extempore and I can put things in proper order. Got it? Or not it? So, as long as the concepts of someone are still lying there in his brain, so his kalam and wording is also called kalam nafsi. Kalam nafsi. When he will speak it out, then it will become kalam lafzi. Then it will become. So, that is in his brain. For that human, you can call it, this is kalam qadim. That is what? Samuel Yusuf. When you speak it out, so that is hadith which is exists now. Which exists now. And that what the Arabic poet said, إِنَّ الْكَلَامَ لَفِي الْفُؤَادِ وَإِنَّمَا. You should write it. إِنَّ الْكَلَامَ لَفِي الْفُؤَادِ وَإِنَّمَا. جُعِلَ اللِّسَانُ عَلَى الْكَلَامِ دَلِيلًا. What you wrote? Say.
إن الكلام في الفؤاد.
لفي الفؤاد.
لفي الفؤاد.
إن الكلام لفي الفؤاد وإنما جعل اللسان على الفؤاد دليلا. That actual kalam and wording that is there in brain. Got it? But the tongue that is representing the brain. The tongue representing the brain. Got it? And that's why sometimes someone, he says a thing unintentionally, Yes, and the court catch him. Yes. He said that was there in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Got it? And based on that, he is getting punished. Yes. He said, I didn't mean it. They say you didn't mean it, but we meant it. Got it? Got it or not? Because the actual kalam is there. Yes or not? And this share is the share of Ghayas ibn Ghaus. Ghayas ibn Ghaus al-Akhtal. He was a good poet. Ghayas ibn Ghaus al-Akhtal bit-ta'. Now some ulama, they are of the view that ilm and kalam both are one and the same quality or attribute of Allah. These are not two different. But we say no, ilm is something else, kalam is something else. Ilm is something else and kalam is something else. Even in human, ilm is something else and kalam is something else. Got it? Sometimes even a alim, he has ilm and he has kalam also. Got it? But he is not speaking of his ilm. Yes, he is speaking at that time nonsense. Got it? So how you can say that that is his ilm? Got it? Yes. Or not it? So ilm is a separate quality and kalam is a separate quality. Because a human, sometimes he says a thing that he does not have the knowledge thereof. He said a thing, accidentally it happened, but he does not have the knowledge thereof. And sometimes he says a thing while his knowledge is of the opposite of that thing which he expressed. Some other ulama says that kalam and irada, intention, both are one and the same. But we say no, irada is a separate quality and kalam is a separate quality. Because sometimes someone who speaks, he speaks a thing which he didn't intend. Which he didn't intend, but it came out of his mouth. It came out of his mouth. Got it? And then we say, we caught you. Yes. Got it? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He forbade Adam and Hawa not to eat from that tree. وَلَا تَقْرَبَ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ وَلَا تَقْرَبَ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. So that is the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now if that is his irada in the meaning of mashiyat as well, as we mentioned irada and mashiyat both separately. So then we say that from irada in the meaning of mashiyat, whatever is intended, it cannot stay behind. It will happen for sure. But here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in kalam, He said, don't go close to. Don't go. So this is kalam. Got it? If the same kalam is his irada, how then Adam and Hawa ate from that tree? You know, so it means that irada is separate and kalam is separate. Got it? Or not it? And Hazrat Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an, he said, Inni zawwartu fi nafsi maqalatan. Kalam nafsi, that I made in my brain a sentence. So it means that he has not said it yet. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.